Well, good afternoon. I better move a little closer. I almost don't feel like doing a video today, but I'm going to do one anyway because I want to get back to where I'm doing one every day. Although I'll be honest with you, there are days like today that I don't feel like it. I'm pushing myself. The title for this video is Why I Don't Trust Prescription Medication, and I wrote a very short blurb. I've probably mentioned this before. I want to talk a bit about prescription drugs and why I don't trust them. I expect it will be a short video, although I will also talk a bit about alternative healing modalities. Indeed, uh, today I had an hour conversation with Barb, and she is part of Bruno Groning's team, and they set up alternative healing things. They started in Germany, of course, but they've gone all over the world, and they have several uh, centers here in Florida, although they're all in the southern part of the state, Miami area, and in that general area from, uh, from, I forgot, West Palm Beach south. They don't have anything in my area, at least not yet. Anyway, that was one healing modality that I looked at. Tomorrow I have two Reiki masters coming, and they're going to be working with me. So that's another alternative healing method. They've both been to India, and so they've had training even in the center of the whole Reiki movement thing. I can't remember the guy's name that's in charge of it that is teaching it, but anyway, it is in India, and they've been there. So I am exploring various healing modalities. Now, I wanted to talk about a little bit why I don't trust prescription medication. I think I've mentioned before the story of my dad. He had 4 open heart surgeries and 2 lung operations to remove scar tissue in the last 7 years of his life. 6 major operations and actually 1 minor prostate operation. So he had 7 surgeries in 7 years, and he did not survive the final 4th surgery of open heart surgery. As I've said before, he told us goodbye when he was going in to that surgery, so he knew that it was the end. He wasn't going to put up with it anymore, but he was on so many prescription drugs, and they didn't work because each prescription drug comes with built-in side effects so that you can take another drug, because pharmaceutical industry is one of the most lucrative and high profit industries on the planet. They are able to make money hand over fist because they don't have any ethics or morality. Their only objective, just like the objective of all the criminal leaders of our world in the United States and other places, all they care about is amassing a fortune and gaining control over others. There's never a motive that is to make people better. The motive is always to do whatever it takes to be a controlling factor. And this is something that people need to wake up to. We need to be aware of what kind of people are behind the scenes, pulling the strings, leading the cabal and the whole establishment mechanism that has been creating all the wars and all of the suffering around the world for a long time, since at least the Second World War. That's my lifetime, by the way, because I was born in 1946, and my dad and mom conceived me within a month of him coming home from the war in Europe. He was stationed in Europe, and he, as I said, he never was in the hospital a day in his life until he was 47 years old. Died at 54, as I said, and had 6 major and 1 minor operation during that time, and he didn't survive. So prescription medications have built-in side effects. Now, I am on a program where I'm not going to renew any of my Medicare, Medicaid, whatever, the medication prescriptions. I'm not going to renew any of them. I'm making a transition between the prescription medications and over-the-counter health remedies to substitute what, for example, I don't have the name of it right here on top of me. But anyway, there's one that actually replaces the blood thinners and stuff like that, and it does as well as the beta blockers and the current heart prescription medication. It does the job equally as well. Wish I could remember the name. It's not Hawthorne Berry, although that's one of the ones that I'm also taking for the heart. But it's one that I just got it from the drugstore today, and or from the health food store, not the drugstore, the health food store, and we'll be taking that this coming week. I'll start the process as soon as the one ends, the other will begin. So I'm again transitioning between prescription medications and over-the-counter health remedies that I'm doing the best I can to research and find out what works the best. And I'm trying to buy good products. I'm expecting that the products that I'm purchasing are top quality. And I want to get better, but I want to get better without using the Western established medical field at all, because they have, as I said, ulterior motives in the way they operate the entire system. It cannot be about money, folks. It has to be about health. It has to be about well-being. Now, I'm convinced that every major health problem that we face has a non-medical establishment solution to it. Now, of course, I've had 2 open heart surgeries myself, and so I've submitted myself to 2 surgeries, but it's not something other than emergency things. I do not trust the Western establishment when it comes to medical procedures and stuff like that, except for the extreme cases. And I'm wondering if there wasn't some way that I could have healed my heart without the surgery and without going through all of the trauma that the body goes through when you go that route, when you go the surgical route. I don't know. What's done is done, and I have the future ahead of me. And I've already talked longer than I thought I was going to talk. But in any case, I ask for your prayers. I ask for your support as I make this transition from Western medicine to holistic healing of medicines and herbs and spices and vitamins and things like that. So appreciate you taking the time to listen. I'm looking forward in the near future to having the ambassador on with me again. We'll let you know, of course, ahead of time. But he tells me that we're going to actually see each other this month. This is what? This is July, right? And we're going to actually see each other face to face. So I'm certainly looking forward to that as well. Thank you again for listening, and please continue to keep me in your prayers and your loving support. I do appreciate it very much.